Welcome to Pocono, the Tricky Triangle in Long Pond, Pennsylvania for the next race of the NASCAR International Cup Series. As we can see, the action has already started here. We're getting 4 wide here in the middle of the pack. Oh, there's already a big wreck behind. Some cars managed to get past as well, but there are a lot of that wreck. The 9 of Baker, Yankovic just out of it. Let's go back in the replay and see what happened. If we go to TV1 and play it here. It was probably when they got 4 wide. That occurs the 25 of them sure were to go hard into the wall. Meanwhile, back in the front of the pack, it is Felix Kronberg who has the lead. But not far behind is the 34 of Hopkins. Coming into turn 2, is the 34 going to make a pass? We have 2. Mason-Dixon Motorsports takes 1st and 4th. Little Canary takes 2nd and 3rd. And we could have a very good battle with the rookies here between the 5 of Noonan and the 4 of David Falkenstar, who is in 6th. A little bit of a ways at the moment. Let's get a roof cam from Luis Gustavo de Marza, who is currently 2nd in the standing. The 34 is going to look to make a move right in front of him. Coming into the inside, the 96 is way faster using that middle groove. Let's see if the 8 and the 34 are going to try to work together in the draft to get up into the lead. The 96 of Felix Kronberg has gotten a little bit more ahead despite the draft work being done by the teammates. Meanwhile, we have a good battle here for 4th between the 5 and the 16. It's going to be Noonan to the inside. Fontaine's looking to get more momentum on the outside. And who did take that lap? I think it was the 16, and it was. Coming into turn 1, the 96 of Kronberg still has a very good lead over the rest of the pack. As you can see from my helicopter cam, there's still a lot of crashed cars that are into the garage. The 70 of Martin is in 9th. The 50, it is the 10th of Pasquale. It is the 44 of Pasquale who is in 10th. Oh, Martin got very loose going into there. That's going to give more room for Pasquale. Very good battle here for 8th between the 44 and the 70, with the 57 and the 53 joining the party as well. Martin is hard onto the outside, and that's going to let Pasquale pass. But let's go back up here where we see the 34 and the 8 back. I don't know if they're battling since they're teammates, but either way, they want to try to get to the front. Again, despite the drafting numbers, the 96 of Felix Kronberg is just that much faster. We have a pretty decent bunch of cars here with the 44 and 70 leading it. Oh, the 70 almost gets into the 44 coming into turn 2. 70 into the inside. The 44 is going to try to swoop over, and it seems to have worked. The 44 is in. We also have top cam view from the 70 of Levante Martin. Oh, he gets into the 53. 7 is currently at 9th. A pretty considerable gap. There's a pretty considerable gap going on between all of the drivers. At least 5 car lengths behind. See if there's any decent battles going up front. Luis Fontaine has caught up to the 8 car, and the 34 has taken a pretty considerable lead. He is probably taking matters of getting past Kronberg to his own hands. But how about this? The 5 and the 4, they are both rookies who currently take 5th and 6th. Even though it is Noonan who has a pretty considerable lead ahead of his fellow rookie, David Falkenstar. We're into lap 7, almost halfway around Pocono. Almost halfway around here at Pocono. 53 looks into the inside. And the 34 is getting closer, only 0.3 of a second ahead. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a good battle for the lead between the 96 and the 34. And the 34 of Hopkins is going to look into the inside, but Kronberg is faster on the outside. Kronberg has won the battle so far, but it is far from over. If the 34 can get that draft, it'll help him catch up to the 96 quicker. You just got to time the corners a little bit better. This is what the 8 sees. You can see, oh, here comes Luis Fontaine to the inside. Now we have a very good battle for 3rd. The 8 has blocked off the 16, at least for now. The 16, the 5, and the 8 are all seem to be fighting for 3rd. But the main battle, of course, is the one we want to see for 1st. Between the 34 and the 16. They both seem to have the exact same amount of pace, and the 8 is coming. 7 laps to go here at Pocono. Kronberg in 1st, Hopkins in 2nd, Gustavo de Marza in 3rd, Fontaine in 4th, Noonan in 5th. And it looks like unless Falkenstar can make a run, this is going to be your top 5 for the rest of the race. It's just a matter of who's going to get in that top 5. Let's see if there's any action going on in the back of the pack in the moment, and there is between the 12, the 3, and the 57, who are all fighting for 11th. Every point counts here. Every additional position is very important. Now we see some of those who were involved in the crash earlier weigh in on the back. The 14 of Casandamatale is in 25th, fighting with the 59 of Jason Crowley. Meanwhile, back in the front of the pack, Felix Kronberg has gotten a little bit more of a gap by 0.8 of a second. He is clearly the best car on the field at the moment. The top 5 is still the exact same with no immediate chances of it changing. All 5 of the cars seem to be the exact same length apart at the moment. Coming into turn 3, and Hopkins is close. Hopkins is faster now. Here we go. Is this going to be the chance here? They are calling it. Hopkins is going to try to dive into the inside with 5 laps to go. Is he going to be able to complete the overtake? We know that Kronberg does prefer the middle lane. Here is Hopkins. They are neck and neck, and it's Kronberg who's faster, just as I expected. There is lap traffic coming. It is the 82 who might make an effect here. And as these cars battle for first, the 8 of Gustavo de Marza is coming. He is not far away at all. The top 3 are all within 0.8 of a second of each other. Meanwhile, we have a very good battle for 9th here between the 70 and the 53 of Martin and Huckleberry. They were immense rivals during season 2, but they had seemed to calm themselves down a bit coming into this season. And then we have the 44 and the 527 of Pasquale and Zach Johnson, who are battling for 7th. But still, The 16 is 2 seconds behind the 96, and the 4 is almost 5.5 seconds behind. It's pretty obvious who the best 5 cars are in this race right now. Three and a half laps to go. Felix Plow Kronberg has led every single lap so far, but Paulia Hopkins knows that the only lap that matters is the last one. The 8 is coming as well. Are the teammates going to try to bunch up again to get the lead? 3 laps to go in this 3-turn circuit. 9 turns to go. Hopkins into the inside this time. Hopkins does have a little bit of momentum. He seems to have more grip. They both seem to be going the exact same speed coming down the Lost Pond straight. Is that lap car the 82 going to be a factor, or is he too far ahead? We will see. Kronberg is faster going into turn 2. I've noticed that Kronberg is faster in turn 2, Hopkins is faster in turn 3, and they're both the exact same in terms of speed in turn 1. You can see here, Hopkins is just a little bit faster. 2 laps to go, and here comes the 5 of Noonan. The 16 and the 5 are pretty close to each other, and the 16 has launched into turn 1 to keep the 4th spot. Kronberg has still held off the 34. After some disastrous finish, including one in the bottom 5 a few races ago, Kronberg looks for redemption to get another win in his potentially title-winning season. He's got a bit of a ways if he wants to get up to the 8 and the 70 because he's a pretty good considerable distance amount of both of them. 1 lap to go here at Pocono. Meanwhile, the 34 Paulia Hopkins looks to get their first win of the season. Is that lap traffic going to become a factor? Probably in the turn 3, or the 82 and the 9 might have enough momentum. Hopkins is hoping it does. Kronberg is hoping it doesn't. And it looks like it is. They are coming onto the lap traffic. Let's see what happens coming into this next turn. Can Kronberg hold it off for just 1 more turn with half a mile to go? Kronberg into the inside. Hopkins is a little bit faster. And here comes the lap traffic coming down. Kronberg has got it to the straightaway, but he's got to slow down here. Oh, it is a 34 that's going to make a chance here. Who's it going to be? Kronberg holds on. Despite the lap traffic by 1/10 of a second, Felix Plow Kronberg takes the win here at Pocono. Woo. 1 lap more, and I think Hopkins would have got it. Let's see that finish again. That was close. Let's go into the helicopter cam for this one. As you can see, coming out of turn 3, here's the lap's traffic. Kronberg slows down, and 34 dives into the inside, but it's not quite enough. The 82 blocks the 34 anyway, and the 96 had a free lane. 1/10 of a second exactly. Hopkins, DeMarza, the 16 of Fontaine, and the 5, the rookie Dave Noonan, take up the rest of the top 10. I mean the top 5.